Okay, guys, and we're back with a bunch of books. I have a list here. I can't say what the price is for you adults and children who probably know how to spell. Um, we'll tell you what that is via spelling. Okay, so these are all the lists of books. You write each one down that they complete. You read it to them and they complete it together. Y'all do it. And she gets a big, fat, whopping prize. Now, I know there's parents out there that don't believe technology is the best. But let me say this. If they're learning something, who cares? Screen time is the best teacher besides you. And yes, you do need to spend time with your kid. There's nothing wrong with independent play. So, her prize is going to be a big OTATABLET. So, she doesn't know what it is yet. You do? What is it? She tried to pretend to know. Anyway, I'm working towards this prize for her so she can become more educated and more knowledgeable, which is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom is life. Things you need to know in life. Knowledge is what you need to know in school. Things that, you know, could help you with your life. At least that's what the teachers say. So, when I got my little pen here, anybody's watched Blue's Clues? Blue's Clues just popped up in my mind. My little handy dandy pen, a little notebook to bear down on. I got mommy homework right here. And we got the book of original Walt Disney Book of Cinderella. For me, I think it's original. It's one I grew up with. We got Dumbo the Flying Elephant, which she's read, but we'll read it again just for you guys. She'll enjoy it. She likes to see the pictures with you guys. And then there's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And then there's Pinocchio. And so we're going to start reading. Let me put y'all down because I still have y'all on charge. Got that phone on charge. Okay. Oh, and Angelica's got her baba. Let me show you Angelica. Say hi, Angelica. Say hi with them pretty brown eyes. My brown-eyed girl. Bashful. Just straight up bashful. She gets it from honest. She gets it real honest. I used to be bashful like that. Anyway. So for them, we're going to start off with Dumbo so they can be caught up with us, okay? Okay, Dumbo the Flying Elephant. Walt Disney's. Okay, wait. Walt Disney's Dumbo the Flying Elephant. Dumbo the Flying Elephant. Their circus has come to town. All the circus people were getting ready for the show. While the ringmaster gave orders, the workmen put up the last big tent. Oh, excuse me. All right. I ate a little beans. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. You eat what you can eat when you're a mama. The circus animals were too busy. I'll show you the first page. Wait, here we go. There's the first page, Angelica. First page. We got somebody who's about to be asleep. That's good. We'll be able to continue to read the books together. The circus had to come to town. All the circus people were getting ready for the show. While the ringmaster gave orders, the workmen put up the last big tent. The circus animals were too busy. The mother leopard licked her new cub. The mother camel was proud of her new baby, and the mother seal was happy her new baby had come. But there was one animal who was not happy. Mrs. Jumbo the elephant had been waiting a long time for her new baby, but so far had not arrived. Now, I'm so sorry I messed up on my book, but you gotta think, three of them. And that was one long book, lion library. Let's see how it's said. Library Lion. A Library Lion is a very, very long book. So y'all, I know I made a lot of mistakes, but mistakes is part of growth. So please excuse me for all of my mistakes. Alrighty. Then one day, the little elephant was born, and all elephants came to admire him. He was so sweet, said the proud mother. I wonder what I should name him. Suddenly the baby sneezed. Ah, ah, choo! And his ears flew up in the air. There's all the mothers around here, over here. There's little baby Dumbo. Wondering what they should name him. And here is little baby Dumbo when he was sneezing, with his ears all hanging out, big old ears. Just a reminder, any flaws you have are not a weakness. They are your strength and your superpower. And I know I might sound young, but think about this. Your children, if you ever have any, or do have some, they'll think about you and how much you mean to them. So have a young spirit if you choose to. Have fun. And some people think that you live only once, and other people think you live 1,000 times. But we're just like phones. We just need a little recharge. And then what happens when your phone's all worn out? Well, you have to get a new one. Right? But it's dead. It doesn't turn back on. So you only live once. Be yourself. Be proud. And have fun. And know that me and Angelica love you very much. All right, back to the book. All the other elephants laughed when they saw how big their ears were. How funny he looks. I'll call him Dumbo. He looks like Dumbo. And Dumbo was the name that stuck. But Mrs. Jumbo loved her new baby. To me, they are the most beautiful To me, you are the most beautiful elephant in the circus, she told him. I know you will be a star someday. The next day, the circus paraded through the town. A band played as the elephants marched in a line. Dumbo was the smallest, and he ended up at the end of the line. One child pointed to Dumbo's big ears, but the little elephant didn't mind. He was happy to be part of the parade. So young, innocent, and cute. We could all be like little babies. Really get life. You know, babies are the smartest because they know nothing, right? Like when they're first born, those first 2 weeks, they know nothing. They're the smartest people in the world. Then Dumbo suddenly stumbled. First, he stepped on his right ear. Then, he stepped on his left ear. And finally, he fell flat on his face. All the little children laughed. Dumbo was very sad. You will never be a circus star that way, one of the elephants told him. See if I can get my finger out the way. He led her away to a small cage. Now you won't be able to make any more trouble, he said. Don't take her away, cried Dumbo. It was all my fault. But the keeper didn't listen. He shoved Miss Jumbo into the cage and locked the door. She looked out sadly at her son. Be a good little elephant, Dumbo. The other elephants were upset. They got together to decide what to do about Dumbo. He can't be a part of our act, said one. He just makes people laugh. Make him a clown, then, said another. So Dumbo was sent to work with the clowns. They gave him a ruffled collar and they painted his face in a funny way. This made Dumbo very sad. He wanted to be an elephant, not a clown. That evening, the elephant performed without Dumbo. They were done. The clowns rushed in, dressed as firemen. They had a fire, ex, in, they had a fire engine, a ladder, a hose, a net, a tub of water. But where was Dumbo? Dumbo was burning. Dumbo was in the burning house. Jump, Dumbo, jump! Shouted the clowns. Even though the flames were not real, Dumbo was afraid. But finally, Dumbo jumped. The clowns held tight onto the net. Hooray! They shouted. You were wonderful! But he did not feel wonderful. He missed his mother, and he still didn't want to be a clown. Dumbo flapped his ears hard and jumped. He fell flat on the ground. "I'll never be able to fly," he said. But clever, but clever Timothy had another idea. Let me turn on just a little bit. He picked up a crow's feather and handed it to Dumbo. "Take this," he said. "It's magic. Just hold it up to your trunk." Wait, I haven't been showing y'all the pictures. How silly of me. Where were we? There's that picture. I'm going to go through it quickly so y'all get to see them all. This pictures. All them pictures. The elephants deciding what to do. Dumbo as a clown and making him up as a clown. The big old prop house they have. The elephants, the clowns, and the what is it, maestro? Not sure. Then there's the prop house and the fake fire, and the clowns as firemen. The little net right there. You see it well. See it? And there's Dumbo in the house, and he jumps out the building. There's the page we're on. See? Try to make it come in more clearly. The next day, the circus mouse found Dumbo. The next day, Timothy, the circus mouse, found Dumbo looking sad. "Don't be unhappy," he said. "I will be your friend. I'll find a way to help you. Those big ears must be good for something. Maybe I can teach you how to fly with them." Let me see. Timothy took Dumbo to the woods. There he made a runway out of a log and a board. "Just flap your ears hard and jump off," he shouted. Hold on. Whew, hot. Whew. Get one of these books. Whew. Hot at night too. I can imagine what summer's gonna be like, yo. Three crows sat on a branch and watched. Dumbo flapped his ears and jumped. He fell flat on the ground. "I'll never be able to fly," he said. But clever Timothy had an idea. He picked up a crow's feather and handed it to Dumbo. "Take this." Wait, hold on. I messed up on a part. I wonder why I didn't off. Like, wait, what am I doing? Okay. Just flap your ears hard and jump off, he shouted. 3 crows on a branch sat and watched. Dumbo flapped his ears hard and jumped. Oh, always remember, get you something to drink, because this book, something to eat. Always remember to eat, okay? He fell flat on the ground. I'll never be able to fly, he said. But clever Timothy had another idea. He picked up a crow's feather and handed it to Dumbo. Take this, he said. It's magic. Just hold on to it in your trunk and jump. So Dumbo jumped in the air and flapped his ears. And all the time, he held tight to the feather. Suddenly, he was flying. Good boy, Dumbo, said Timothy. The 3 crows could not believe their eyes. Higher and higher he flew. The green hills and yellow farmhouse were far below him. Look at him go, squawked the crow with glasses. Now Dumbo will be the star of the circus, Timothy said to the crow in the purple hat and vest. Dumbo was so happy. That night, Dumbo sat in the burning house again, but this time Timothy was riding in his hat and his trunk was the I cleared my head. And in his trunk was the magic feather. Jump! Shouted the clowns down below. Fly! Whispered Timothy. Dumbo flew into the air. But just then, the feather slipped out of Dumbo's trunk. Help! I'm falling! Whew, I need to blow my nose a minute. Let me finish this book. How many more pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't fly without my feather, cried the little elephant. Timothy quickly jumped out of the hat and slid down Dumbo's trunk. Dumbo, Dumbo, he shouted. That feather isn't magic. You can fly without it. Really? Asked Dumbo. Yes, said Timothy. Hurry up, flap those ears and fly. The little elephant began to flap his ears as fast as he could. Up, up, up he sailed to the top of the circus tent. I can fly, cried Dumbo, even without my feathers. Hooray, shouted Timothy from his seat in Dumbo's hat. Now you're a real circus star. Can you hear the people cheering? Let's see, last time we showed you pictures, it was at the fire, right? No, it was at the crows. The crowd was cheering. See the amazing flying elephant, shouted the ringmaster. That's what he was called, ringmaster. Okay. As Dumbo flew over his head, Dumbo made a perfect landing right in front of the other elephants. Well done, Dumbo, they said. Dumbo, you were so good, said the ringmaster, that I will give you anything you want. Dumbo knew right away what he wanted. Please let my mother out of the cage, he said. The ringmaster agreed to let I had it right. The ringmaster agreed to let Miss Jumbo out. Do you know your son is a circus star? He said to her. Are you really? She asked Dumbo. Yes, mother, I can fly. Miss Jumbo was so proud of her son. At last, Miss Jumbo and her son were together again. She patted Dumbo with her trunk. I knew you would be a star someday. Yes, but I couldn't have done it without you, my friend. I couldn't. Yes, I couldn't do it, but I couldn't. Here I go. Excuse me. Yes, but I couldn't have done it without my friend Timothy. Timothy, said Dumbo. Timothy smiled. Who could ask for a better friend than a flying elephant? I hope that he and Dumbo would be friends for a long time. I swear, why isn't coming to focus? The end. All right, guys. I'm going to take a break. Unfortunately, I can't have y'all with me because there's some things that aren't allowed on YouTube. So we'll be back with another book. If you could please leave in the comments or somewhere what next book you want me to read. Pinocchio. We'll be getting ahead of Angelica, so it'll be good to be able to enjoy it. You know? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Cinderella. Now, I know these are children's books, but the nostalgia is good. So if y'all ever decide you want to have a little reading time, but don't feel like doing it yourself, and Angelica's, since we're doing this journey with earning that big old tablet, then please, 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 please stay with us. We'll read them. We'll read them to you, and we might share some with Angelica. By the way, guess what? Guess who's asleep again? Oh my God. You won't believe it. And she still got that Baba in her hand. Now I know she's a little older, but we pretty much broke off Baba. It's just she loves Minnie Mouse so well, and we couldn't get rid of the Minnie Mouse bottles, so we might as well use them. Um, anyway. Hold on.